sunrise prayer went into Gold Butte and ended with a gathering and a feast in the heart of Gold Butte. The purpose of the event was to bring awareness to the cultural significance of the area and to raise Indigenous voices to protect Gold Butte. In addition, Fawn has been a driving force in Southern Nevada regarding the need to change Columbus Day to Indigenous Peoples Day and to change the mascot. She has helped lead, organize, and participate in multiple awareness events regarding these issues and more at UNLV and the Las Vegas Valley. Of note, Fawn was instrumental in organizing an event to have Susan Schoen Harjo, the president and executive director of the Morningstar Institute, a national Native rights organization, present at the UNLV William S. Boyd School of Law regarding the filing of the Harjo versus Pro Football, a lawsuit challenging the name of the Washington football team. As an artist, Fawn continues to pull her cultural heritage into her paintings. She works in mixed media, print, pastel, spray paint, acrylic, oil paint, and ceramics, and has murals in various locations in the city of Las Vegas, as well as the Paiute Indian Reservation. While Fawn is passionate about visual art, she is just as passionate about performing arts. She has been a dancer in the powwow circle for more than 20 years and continues to perform the jingle dance. Despite all of her accomplishments, perhaps the greatest testament to Fawn's character is her compassion for and attention to people in her community. It is no understatement to say that Fawn has impacted not only individuals, but also entire families. Several years ago, at a time when Clark County's Native youth were vastly unfamiliar with traditional dance and powwow culture, she stepped up and created a space for them to reconnect. Through her dance classes, Native youth have learned the origins of the various styles of dance, and each child has found the style that they most connect with. These weekly community meetings are not just about dance. They are about young people getting to know themselves better. During the weeks of dance practice, the children gain self-confidence and pride in their heritage. Today, the kids from this group have now grown into community leaders and activists. It is also important to note that Fawn has created a safe cultural space for members of all tribal communities, not just her own. As one mother has explained, Fawn shared her energy and love with those of us from other tribal nations from across the country. She created a place of comfort for those living away from our tribal homelands. In my case, she facilitated a meeting between my family and other tribal members from our reservation. This in turn allowed me to reconnect with my relatives. My mom was adopted out as an infant, and if it were not for Fawn, my children and I would not know our family. Words cannot describe the impact she has had on our lives. Fawn's efforts to connect communities have also reached across international borders. Last year, Fawn was part of organizing an international exchange with the Indigenous people of New Zealand, the Maori. The cultural sharing of these communities started with a day at the Moapa Travel Plaza, where the travelers listened to the history of the solar plant and how coal ash from the power plant has impacted the Moapa Band of Paiutes. Later that day, an event called Tribal Tuesday was held at the Las Vegas Paiute Colony, where the Maori were welcomed and invited to teach art lessons and dances from their cultures. The Maori's visit was culminated with performance of traditional dances from both cultures in the open-air amphitheater in Red Rock. Anybody who knows Fawn has been impressed with her leadership abilities and her selfless contributions to the advancement of natives in Nevada and beyond. To point, Fawn has been recognized as a notable Nevadan at the 2016 National Indian Education Association's conference. Fawn is currently a part-time instructor at UNLV. She teaches Introduction to American Indian and Indigenous Studies with an emphasis on current issues in Indian country, raising awareness about the past struggles while shedding light on current land and human rights issues. Lectures have included the Indigenous lands issues around national monuments and the fight for their protection. These monuments include Gold Butte, Basin and Range, and Bears Ears. And word is that she also makes delicious fry bread. Our the 2017 American Indian Community Leader of the Year, Ms. Fawn Douglas. So on behalf of the Nevada Indian Commission your award for American Indian Community Leader of the Year. What kind of blanket is she getting? And just a few certificates. Fawn Douglas, American Indian Community Leader of the Year. As Governor of the great state of Nevada, I commend you for your leadership and commitment to our Native American communities. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Brian Sandoval, Governor of the state of Nevada. And from our Lieutenant Governor, Fawn Douglas, as the honored recipient of the American Indian Community Leader of the Year Award, thank you for your contributions and your tireless commitment to the advancement of Nevada's American Indians. Mark A. Hutchison, Lieutenant Governor.
And from Senator Cortez Masto, certificate of commendation presented to Fawn Douglas in recognition of your American Indian Community Leader of the Year Award and commemorating your achievements as a leader in the African Indian community.
And from the Office of Senator Heller, a certificate of senatorial recognition presented to Fawn Douglas. Congratulations on receiving the American Indian Community Leader of the Year Award from the Nevada Indian Commission. Thank you for your continued leadership and contributions to the advancement of American Indians in Nevada. Best wishes in all your future endeavors.
And from Congressman Amade, Fawn Douglas, with appreciation for your commitment and dedication to those in our community, congratulations on receiving the American Indian Community Leader of the Year Award.
This is a really overwhelming feeling. There's so many people to thank because it's not just me that's a part of the community in Southern Nevada. There's many, many people who work with me and supportive of Native rights, land protection, so many other things. In fact, the tribal youth are the drive for these issues. In fact, we've been wanting to get our tribal youth together. There's youth in the Las Vegas Paiute tribe and from the Moantha Paiutes 419 group, as well as a number of Native youth in the city of Las Vegas that have been waiting to meet with Senator Heller so we could tell him and talk to him about Gold Butte and about not shrinking the acreage, about keeping it the way it is, because it's been years that we have fought for this designation. It's been years that we have worked, with other people in getting protection, and I applaud Senator Catherine Cortez Masto in being a champion for that, as well as so many others. And I hope that you will let your boss know that we would love to meet with him and tell him from our heart and from our stories why we care about Gold Butte. And I would be amiss if I didn't mention and thank the main people in my life. My daughter's soul is just such a support, and I love her so much. And she's the main reason I do what I do. And I have a wonderful partner, A.B. Wilkinson, and he's so supportive, and I love him so much as well. And my sister Denise Douglas, she's the one who pushed me towards arts and activism by asking me to paint a mural of Leonard Peltier on her trailer outside the Snow Mountain Paiute Reservation, and really sparked what I do today. And as well as my Aunt Suzanne Harjo, who is everything. I want to thank all of you today. And I'm sure I'm missing other people. Kostin for writing the nomination, and my friend Mercedes Marcos for helping with that as well. And anyone I miss, I'm sorry. I'm just overwhelmed. Thank you all so much.